I told my family I'm giving birth in the ocean with dolphins. My husband Levi and I had been trying for a baby for 2 years when I finally got pregnant, and we kept it secret because we knew our families would be absolutely insufferable. But gaining weight and skipping wine at dinner gave me away immediately. At my cousin's wedding, my mother-in-law stared at my stomach during entire conversations like she had X-ray vision, casually mentioning how my face looked fuller. My sister was worse with her drink tests, literally thrusting wine glasses at me just to watch me refuse them. They formed a semicircle around me at the dessert table, and my mother-in-law said, "You're eating for two, aren't you, sweetie?" My sister added, "I knew it when you wore that loose dress to Easter." My aunt started crying actual tears, saying she could sense my maternal aura. Then in the middle of the reception, my mother-in-law stood up and announced to the entire party that she wanted to toast her future grandchild while pointing directly at my stomach, and I have never wanted to change my name and move to Canada faster. I decided these people desperately needed to learn about boundaries. I stood up slowly and put my hand on my belly. "You're absolutely right, and we've been trying to figure out how to tell you about our birth plan." Everyone leaned in like hungry vultures. "We're having the baby in the ocean off the coast of Maui with dolphins as midwives because the sonar waves help develop perfect pitch and salt water is nature's epidural." My sister's fork hit her plate with a clang that echoed through the venue. Levi jumped in perfectly with, "The dolphin doula's name is Moonbeam and she charges $10,000, but that includes placenta preparation." My mother-in-law's mouth opened and closed like a fish. "Dolphins as midwives?" she whispered. I nodded seriously and added, "Moonbeam says the baby's first breath should be underwater because that's how dolphins teach their young to be fearless." The best part was watching them try to process this while maintaining supportive smiles. My aunt immediately Googled ocean birth safety, and her face went from concerned to horrified as she scrolled. My sister started rambling about bacterial infections and sharks smelling blood from miles away. My mother-in-law tried, "Sweetheart, that sounds unique, but have you considered a backup hospital?" I responded completely deadpan that hospitals interfere with the natural dolphin bonding process. Besides, we'd already paid Moonbeam, who only accepts payment in crystals from a specific Arizona cave. She made us sign a waiver saying dolphins can't testify in court if something goes wrong. Levi added that Moonbeam had done 300 dolphin births with only a few barracuda incidents. My cousin asked what we'd do if something went wrong. I said, "That's why we chose dolphins known for their medical intuition. Plus Moonbeam has essential oils blessed by shamans." Then I dropped the names. Twins would be Flotsam and Jetsam, Dolphinium for a girl, Poseidonald for a boy. The entire venue went silent. For 2 months it was absolute psychological warfare. My mother-in-law sent daily articles about ocean bacteria with jellyfish photos and smiley emojis. My sister created a PowerPoint called "Why Hospital Births Are Natural" with transition slides and handouts. My aunt secretly called my OB pretending to be me, but got caught because she didn't know my middle name. They organized an intervention with a midwife to explain why dolphins don't have medical licenses, but I insisted licenses were a human construct. It didn't apply to interspecies birthing partnerships. The midwife actually Googled dolphin sonar frequencies herself. My mother-in-law tried booking us a surprise hospital room and cried into her salad when I refused. They got Levi's doctor brother on speakerphone during dinner. When I asked if he'd witnessed dolphin-assisted birth, the silence lasted so long we thought he'd hung up. My mother-in-law tried bribing Moonbeam but couldn't figure out how to email someone who only communicates through meditation. My cousin started a GoFundMe for a documentary crew, thinking at least we'd have medical professionals nearby. My sister contacted a marine biologist about dolphins delivering human babies, and he blocked her after the third call. They even sent me whale song playlists thinking it might satisfy my ocean obsession. Finally, at 8 months pregnant, we had the gender reveal party, though my family's facial expressions were fit for a funeral. My mother-in-law's friend asked if she should call protective services. When the blue smoke went off, Levi announced, "Little Poseidonald will be swimming with dolphins soon." My mother-in-law sat on the grass and put her head in her hands. My sister was frantically Googling custody laws. That's when I completely lost it and started laughing so hard I nearly peed myself. Levi was doubled over with tears streaming down his face. Everyone stared in confusion, thinking pregnancy hormones had broken us. I gasped out between laughs, "His name is Oliver and I'm giving birth at a hospital with an epidural and absolutely no dolphins." The relief was like watching death row pardons. My sister screamed, "Thank God," so loud the neighbors looked over the fence. My mother-in-law started crying happy tears and hugged me until I couldn't breathe. Nobody asks invasive questions anymore. When they get nosy about baby number 2, Levi mentions maybe trying seahorses next time, and they immediately back off terrified.